Hey y'all, Coldfire here, bringing the latest Crossout news. After releasing yesterday's video on the upcoming 10.90 update for Crossout, it came to my attention by the comment section on the video. So you guys told me that there was more into the changes. There's some not hidden but some unspoken changes on the subject. So on this video we're gonna go through that. Before I begin, I would like to say that Epic Store is on sale from October 18th to November 1st. They have a bunch of games with a huge discount. For example, World War Z, it's almost at 50% discount. Control, it's a brand new game, it's amazing. It have also a really solid discount. So if you're interested on buying any of those games on this month, make sure to use my affiliate code, which is CODEFIRE0 with instead of the E, it's a 3. It's on your screen right now, or use one of the links on the video description to check out one of those games. So no more overdue, and let's get started. The first thing came to my attention is a couple of buildings here on exhibition, like this one, for example. So this building showcase how small the hitbox and the physical model for the Scorpion actually is. So now you can kind of transform them into fixed weapons. I know it may look useless, but it could be very helpful when using hovers on Clone Wars, maybe. So this is how narrow the actual physical model for the weapon now is. Another build that is interesting to see is this one, for example, which show the physical model for the mammoth. So you can see that the barrel can now fit inside at some tiny corners there. This one also that showcase how ridiculous tiny the hitbox is for the physical model is for the cannons now, especially the tsunami. And there was one more, let me see if I can find. There was one that showed the Mandrake. There it is. So this is just to show you how crazy it is, the armoring that you can do. However, that being said, some buildings that I didn't show like this, and you cannot do this any longer. See, now you need one space between the back portions of the Mandrakes. So you used to be able to build them like this, and you cannot anymore. You can only build them like this, and even though they will not turn properly. Did you see that? Because the back part of it will clip into the building itself. So if you used to be a Mandrake user, you definitely gonna need to rebuild your vehicle. So now you probably will need more blocks of clearance. Yep, you need actually 2 blocks of clearance, and you also need 2 blocks of clearance from the cabin. Yep. There you go. So if you're a Mandrake player, you're definitely gonna have to rebuild your vehicle. But that being said, the Mandrakes appear to be much more responsive. See? I don't know, guys. I could be completely wrong here, but I have the feeling that the Mandrakes are much more responsive now. See how easy I can get to the target from here? I don't know, I'm not a Mandrake player, so leave in a comment what you think about these changes. I know it sucks to have the hitbox changed for the weapon, so you have to rebuild your vehicle, but it feels like it's kind of better movement now. I don't know. Another huge change is the hitbox itself. For example, since we're talking about the Mandrake, for example, this is now possible, you know. I mean, you can now shoot the barrel, which I believe is a huge nerf for the Mandrake, because now it's so much easier to hit the weapon. It used to be very easy to armor the Mandrake because you used to have to hit the body of the weapon, but now you can just shoot the barrel like that. So that will make the weapon much more fragile now. So I can just shoot the barrel. And boom, it's gone. Do a shot from the Typhoon. So I don't know, guys. I know it's fair and makes sense, but Was it really necessary? I have mixed feelings about this. Leave in a comment if you think this is for good, this is for bad. So here I'm gonna show you guys a side-by-side comparison of most weapons affected by this. So I'm gonna be comparing live data with test server data. And by the way, talking about that, on the yesterday video I messed up with the labels on my side-by-side comparison. I left a comment pinned on the video, but if you go check the video again, the labels are inverted. So whatever it said that was test server, it was actually live server and vice versa. But this time no, this time I'm gonna make it right, guys. Let me, it's the labels that this time are right. I triple check it. So let's go, side-by-side comparison. Okay guys, so that was that, and since most of cannon builds rely on spaced armor to protect itself, what would happen, it's something similar. I mean, it's not exactly accurate what I'm showing here, but it's something similar. When cannons are fighting cannons, the explosion blast will hit the spaced armor, but since the barrel will be probably near the blast rate, the blast impact, the point of the impact of the shell, what it's gonna result into the weapon taking damage. So on cannon versus cannon fight, this is a huge hit for the Typhoon durability. Let me show you on a simple test here. So on the side-by-side comparison, I'm gonna shoot the cabin, straight on the cabin. However, on the test server, the shells would probably hit the barrel, the weapon barrel. So let's go. See, it's 0 cabin damage. Alright, 2 shot, Typhoon dead. So I don't know what that will mean for Clone Wars meta. That's definitely gonna be interesting. And if you think about it, that is kind of a buff on the battle Typhoon versus Scorpion, because the Scorpion have a much smaller... Actually, the Scorp got a sort of physical model hitbox size reduced, while the Typhoon got a huge nerf on the hitbox. So would that mean that armor will be no longer that important anymore on Clone Wars meta? Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll start seeing faster builds like crickets, something like that. I don't know, guys. I don't have the answer. So leave your feedback on the video description, but please don't forget to go to the official forums, make your voice heard. It's not about crying, it's not about anything like that. It's just giving your feedback. Try to be constructive, especially here on my channel. I don't want to see people trash talking or anything like that. Let's try to make a good debate here. Like, let's share our ideas. And the final thing that came to my attention is that after the Scorp fix or nerf, call it however you want, people are saying that now it's nearly impossible to get deframed when using Bigfoots. We'll see about that. First, let's do a baseline here. In case you didn't watch my previous video, I made a complete analysis side by side on the Scorp deframing. So let's put dual Scorp, which is pretty much standard. Okay, so one-shotted, just like that, should behave like this. But now we're gonna add some Bigfoot wheels. So we're just gonna put more here. I'm gonna put a Bigfoot, put one here and one here, so we can have 2 shots. And then I'm gonna aim on the Bigfoot. I don't see any difference. Maybe I did this wrong. I don't know. I don't think I did anything wrong here. Nope. Okay, so it won't protect any higher. Let's see if it tracks. Nope. So for those who are like really complaining that, oh, the nerf, why you keep nerfing relic weapons? This is bad. Honestly, this is barely a nerf. The only frames who got affected by this are the heavy ones and the biggest light one, the 8x4. All other frames are still the same. The only difference now is that in order to not get the frame that easily, you have to switch up to bigger and heavier frames, which in my opinion is a decent trade-off. You're trading weight for survivability. I don't know what's wrong with that. Anything lower, anything lighter is still gonna get one-shotted by the Scorp. So yep, I think that'll be all for today's quick follow-up on my previous video. Don't forget to hit the like button if this video was helpful for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss my future videos. And I see you next time.